What is up, Hobby Jogger Nation? We are back on the Mileage Podcast with another great episode for you, man. It's been so fun recording the Mileage Podcast. This is episode number 10. We're talking shoes. We're talking training a little bit, but we're mostly talking shoes on this episode. So we had the Supwell team on today, all the folks that you're familiar with. We had Barrett, our resident 4-foot striker and designer up in Canada. We also had Meredith, another resident 4-foot striker. We're split. We're 50-50 4-foot strikers and more heel and mid. So we had Meredith, who's community admin. We had Grant. You all know Grant. He's been running the pod with me. First, we talked through shoe updates. So Barrett got a big pack up to Supwell, Canada. He got the Rad UFO, the DV8 Elite, and the one more. The Hoka Cielo 3. So we talked through his initial thoughts on those. We talked about Meredith's running in. Grant is on the rebuild, so he shared the progress. Then we dove into a foam tiers list. So every single running foam on the market, we probably missed a few, but every single popular running foam on the market, we did a tier ranking. This is the definitive, the ultimate foam tier ranking list. You heard it here first, man. Supwell running. We might have to drop a West Side Gun ad lib, boom, 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 boom on this one because it was a banger. And then we close it out, talk about some training. So really fun one for you today. You already know the Mileage Podcast is brought to you by Supwell Running, the best community for hobby joggers out there. Also, best merch, best swag for hobby joggers out there. We got the Mileage hats dropping soon. We got the new Max Cushion Gang hoodies dropping soon, 313. Barrett and I gave a preview right after this, right after the break when we get into it. We got fire new sweats, comfy sweats dropping. We got all crazy sorts of things dropping. So make sure to pick something up to support what we're doing here, helping bring the mileage to everybody. Also, make sure to get on the Supwell app because if you like conversations like this, you will definitely like being on the app with the forums and hearing everybody's opinion on the shoes and everybody's takes on the shoes, not just ours. Also, Supwell app 2.0, brand new platform launching very soon. So enjoy the conversation. Make sure you're following us on all our channels, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure you're on the app. We appreciate you. And let's stack some mileage. Okay, sweet. Well, Grant decided to just abandon his post right as we hit record. Dude, we got to get you the new swag. You got to get the new Max Cushion Gang hoodie and the Kilometrage quarter zip.
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure.
Very clean, right?
I know. It looks so nice.
The one thing about the new quarter zip is it's not specifically performance oriented. And we just did the photo shoot on Sunday. Charlie's like, you can just run in everything. But then I was like, I feel like that sends the wrong message if I'm out there just like running in my big hoodie in the street. So I didn't. I just ran in the performance stuff.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, Barrett, what are you most excited about with the drop?
Oh, I think we're just elevating the entire quality, right? Like, the Halo piece really is like the singlet, right? So just
banger.
Dropping our first ever singlet is such a huge move, and you guys have raced in it too. Oh, there you go.
I have to get on my. I'm trying to be like Pat McAfee. I said this before, but we're going tanks and singlets. Call me Mileage McAfee out here. We can rap.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's the whole theme of the drop really is it's called Dusk to Dawn. And so that's embodied in the singlet you see in the gradient that goes from dark to light, and there's kind of a sunrise motif in the middle. And so the whole drop is themed around that idea of kind of the reawakening, coming back into spring out of the darkness of winter. And then also just thinking about like us as hobby joggers, right? Like that's when the work gets put in, right? From dusk to dawn. Like it's either after work or before work. It's when no one else is watching. It's, in the darkness. And then eventually you can celebrate the fitness kind of in the light. So that's kind of the main meaning behind the drop. And then there's all these other little pieces, like this new hat is just so good. You guys are going to love it for sure.
Yeah, that's the best running hat we've done. It's so good. The material is sick. The color is sick. Also the light and we made that slight embroidery change. But you got me thinking we got to do a lunch break drop, because I know a lot of hobby joggers like me, we sneak out on our lunch break. So there's the dusk to dawn. The lunch break drop. I don't know what would go on that. Ketchup red singlet, a mustard, lunch mustard singlet.
Make a lunch pail.
Yeah, lunch pail. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, but anyway,
the
also,
other thing I was thinking
speaking of bags,
with the,
we also have the bag.
Oh, yep.
So far.
So just crazy quality, matches kind of the hat vibe, and we also got the new kilometrage. Just so many cool pieces.
Yeah, I was hyped
that.
for this. And so you get the pockets on both sides, which is sick. And then what's cool, it just has tons of pockets. So there's like this random pocket in the back. I thought this was the laptop pocket, but then there's actually another laptop pocket on the inside. I had my gels and my shoes. Yeah.
That's cool.
I wish this came before, but now I'm like, with all this new gear and stuff, I'm going to have to race again. But I'm trying to get approval to race, but every time I bring up another marathon, it's just eye rolls right now. So I think I have to let it rest for another week before I can even mention a marathon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was going to say, what I like about the drop is a lot of this stuff. So the new Max Cushion Gang hoodie, it's very similar. It's the same material as our last hoodies. So the Daily and the Hobby Jogger hoodie. I mean, the Hobby Jogger hoodie, the black one, that's an OG. That was over a year ago now. But that's my favorite thing when I have to wake up and then drive to the gym at 4:30 a.m. It's just so nice to put those on. So it's also stuff that when you're working late or waking up early is just a good vibe, comfy and cozy. And I think I'm going to put this on again, actually.
Sounds good. Yeah, and there's an Easter egg on the back.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the back? Should we tease the back?
Yeah.
We could, yeah. We went with the China theme, I'll say. So
That's awesome.
we leaning into that, just how awesome the Chinese brands
Leaning
have been,
into that.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. But
Did you guys see that someone on the app was asking for a preview for the app members? Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Somebody was. Yeah.
I was going to post a bunch of selfies I had in this stuff, but then I got, I think it was our guy Coco, then I got dragged into something else. So maybe I'll go back in and give him a few selfies.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So that was March preview. Yeah, dropping March 13th. So my guy Jason Siegel, he came over on Sunday and we did the photo shoot. So that's the other thing that Barrett was saying, just elevating everything. We did the photo shoot for the first time. That's going to be good. Get some real pictures in the stuff running in it, which is cool. Dropping 313. Of course, we'll have the discount code for the community members too. Sweet.
Boom.
Shifting gears. Shoes. All right, let's chat shoes. Barrett, I heard you got a new pack, huge shipment today. What was in that pack?
Oh, were they all together today? They all came together today? Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like Christmas.
They were all routed through the Min Hill Shoe Market. So
I thought.
I wish I took a picture of the box, but I texted him beforehand. I was like, "Do you care about the shoe boxes?" And he's like, "No, not really." So I picked the smallest possible box that could fit 3 pairs of shoes, and I selected on Pirate. I selected on Pirate Ship 2-pound single shoe box, and I think it was $10 or something. People, you need to get on Pirate Ship if you're
Pirate
not.
Ship.
I think At people, somebody told me, Grant, was it you who said somebody was like, it was $250 to overnight a pair of Fast Star 3s?
Yeah.
It was like, because they weren't using Pirate Ship.
Yep.
If you use Pirate Ship,
It never cost me more than like
$10
$10 to ship something 2 days on Pirate Ship to somebody.
Exactly. It's clutch. I was able to get it, and it came in what, Barrett? 3 days from North Carolina to 3 business days or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. It was pretty quick.
Cool. So what was in the box?
One, Rad UFO.
Goth.
Yeah. I'm calling this the My Chemical Mileage colorway.
Were you a punk rock listener back in the day?
Yeah, 100%. Like Green Day,
hilarious.
Simple Plan, all that kind of stuff. That's my type of music. So
Wake me
number
up
one.
when the mileage ends.
So never wake me up then. So number 2, Deviate Elite 4. Just
Yeah,
crazy
with the-
lightweight.
Yeah.
So good.
With
Did
the
you
better
run in the
color.
3?
I did not run in the 3, no. But
Okay. I'm
no.
interested to hear what you think.
Yeah,
I
step
don't
and
have
feel is
those.
great.
Yeah.
And the upper on this thing, my favorite upper I think I've ever just put on. It's so wide in the midfoot.
that's-
Puma does really good uppers in my
do.
like. I mean, they just fit
Yeah.
well. I mean, even the
It's so
Fast R3,
wide.
it's not. There's nothing there really, but it's just. I don't know. It doesn't bother you at all.
I got all
or
my
me at
shoes
all.
off the floor. I'm just looking. Now I don't know where they are. 'Cause they're actually away. Yeah. The material on this is really nice on the upper. Now that
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and thinking about it. I haven't run in this in a while. And I also haven't run any carbon shoes since my marathon. I'm having a carbon withdrawal, I think. This is the longest time I've gone without any carbon.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this out for my threshold run on Thursday, 5x5 at threshold. So that'll be good. And then the third one, CLO X1 3.0. Trying it on again, it feels like they finally nailed it. Really, like I'm like the biggest OG CLO X1 guy. I think like 1,000 miles on 3 pairs.
Wow.
So yeah, this
So
thing it feels.
you're a chronic rebuyer. That's your
Yeah.
archetype because you did 3 pairs of the Evo, 3 pairs of the CLO. How many pairs of this Saucony Endorphin Speed?
4. Yeah.
4 pairs of the Speed 3. The only one to beat
Oh,
you
the
is
Speed 3.
Jay Northey.
Okay.
Yeah, Speed 3.
Yeah.
You didn't like the Speed 4, or you just didn't even try it?
I tried it, didn't work for me. But now I
Yeah.
like the Speed 5. So
Yeah,
It's
back
that
to
one's
it.
super
Not like the
good.
3.
I feel like the Speed 4 they took off the rocker or something. It was like flat,
Yeah.
and then the forefoot wasn't. I'm trying to be more positive, so let's just focus on the 3. I didn't even talk about it. Speed 3 was great.
Speed 3 was great. Yeah. So I have been historically like when I like a shoe, I just keep buying it. Right now, I'm
funny.
leaning a little bit more into trying out different stuff, especially now as I'm getting stuff sent to me. So, but yeah, CLO X1, I loved it. The 2, I have about 160 miles in it. I also really like that one, but the bounce on this one is just a whole other level. Like, only thing is the upper is definitely narrow, but I don't think it's going to be an issue for me. But it is a little tighter than I'd like. Ideally, this one definitely has more upper for me, better upper for me. Oh, I clicked
Where'd you go?
something on my remote. Hold on.
I was.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I knew as soon as I tried that on. I texted him. I was like, "I'm gonna love the new upper, and you're gonna hate it."
Yeah.
What were you saying, Meredith?
After your review of the 3.0, I was like, I have to have that shoe because you were describing it as being like a more comfortable Fast R3, and I was like, okay, this might be the Hoka that works for me. So, but I wanted it in that alabaster colorway that's not as bright. It's like a sort of like off-white, and it's got a little. They finally got, but they didn't have it on Running Warehouse at first, but now they do. But it doesn't ship till the end of March, so I was waiting for it to come up there. So I did finally order it, but it's not until like the end of March. But I really like the colorway on that one.
I'll have to check that one out. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
Grant, how's the rebuild going? I was thinking you might have to become our stability shoe tester.
Oh,
Oh no.
it's going. I mean, I'm doing like body weight stuff right now to try and get some more strength in the leg, and then some more core stuff just while I'm out there anyway, which I wasn't doing enough of in my other builds. So I guess I'm gonna start lifting twice a week.
Okay.
Have you tried to
lifting.
run again since the day you ran in the red hair?
No, just because I can tell walking
Yeah.
around that there's still some pains, so I just
Yeah.
figured that
It's
there will
better
be
to
on the
just
run.
wait. Yeah.
I might go soon. I could see myself going on like Thursday or Friday, honestly.
Just 9
just to
minute
test it again.
miles.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just 9
chill.
miles.
No, 9-minute miles.
Oh,
Chill for
it's like just 9 miles.
Yeah, just bang a 10 pace.
Should I take the Vomero Premium for that, or is that not?
Yeah, I think that's ideally what it's designed to do, right? That was the Connor Mance recovery shoe. Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, but I'm serious, dude. I can send you a Cayano 32, Hurricane 25. I'm looking at them. I have they're all up. I don't even know what row that would be for you. 17th row shoes, 25. Some of them are not bad. Or maybe we got to get you on the Blizzy Trace because it's super stable.
Yeah. I do need to try that. The squish reel got me on the.
Yeah, that thing was doing numbers too. I knew it.
I know.
It passed your test, Grit. It was good enough.
That one was clear.
Okay, good.
That does look good. I do need to try the Super Blast 3.
Did you try the 2?
Yes.
But you didn't like it. Yeah.
No. I didn't like the 2 or the 1. I liked the 1 when I got it because it was like my 3rd shoe or 4th shoe to ever get.
Yeah.
And so it was like different. And then I tried more shoes and just never wore it again.
Yeah.
Didn't you say your girlfriend's dad ended up taking the 2? And
he has it.
He likes very firm shoes.
Yeah, he wears them all the time.
Yeah. Oh no! Does this sound like the aliens are landing right now?
The aliens are back.
Oh, seriously?
It's the rural for anyone who's listening. If you can hear it, it's the rural Canada internet here. Everyone always wants to trash the U.S. and say our things are so bad, but no, it turns out Canada has all the problems.
Oh gosh, hold on.
Nah, shout out to Canada.
Okay, is it still bad?
It's a little bit better.
It's there, but it's a little better, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you're taking stuff out when you're editing, Grant, but sometimes I've found when we're listening on the pod or on the call and it sounds bad, and then I'll listen on the pod, it's not there. So I don't know if it's just the internet or what you're doing on the editing.
Yeah, I do some post-production audio stuff. A lot of audio stuff, actually.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll buff out.
You can reduce it. Should I buy a new mic finally? I said episode 10, I would reevaluate the mic. This is episode 10.
I don't know. It's not bad. It's only bad when you get farther away from it. But when you're like what you are right now, it's crispy.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. So I just need to be more locked in. But now I'm like hunched over. So you know the people that have the big boom mics? Maybe that's the thing. Get the arm for it.
There you go.
If this could fit on. Yeah. All right, what other shoe updates do we have? Meredith, you're still stacking in the cloud hyper?
Well, I want to know. Yes, I want to know if anybody else has on the Red Hair 9 Ultra right here. It like the tongue is like. I mean, I don't know. There's something about it that like bends right there and then stabs into the top of my foot.
Oh no. Oh no, lace bite? Bad lace bite?
But it's weird. It's usually like if I get lace bite, it's like here, but it's here. And so like today was the first day I wore it outside. And after about a mile, I stopped and I was just like yanked on it to try to get it to like stay really taut. But I don't know. That was the first time I'd had weird pain there. But other than that...
I didn't have any problems with it when I ran
you didn't?
it.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, neither did
Josh
I.
Spivey on the app told me that people have had problems with it. They just don't want to say it.
Yeah, it's one of those shoes. It's reaching that status. No, I didn't have any problems with the upper, but I don't know, something about my foot. I just almost never have upper issues. It's really weird. So yeah, I didn't have that issue. I do have a question.
Wait
though.
20 years.
Yeah,
and then everything hurts.
I have those nubile young feet. They're just too smooth right now. But okay, 2 questions on the Red Hair. First, what category of shoe is it? And second, what should I compare it to on the YouTube channel to get the most views?
Question 2 is Mega Blast. I see that all the time.
Oh, Red Hair version. I feel like the hype on the Mega Blast died though.
Yeah,
like it's still the best shoe out, but is it gonna bring in the same?
Could just switch it out with the Super Blast.
Well, well, what about the Super Blast? Yeah, or the Vomero Premium. I don't know that anybody cares about the Vomero Premium. I don't know. I still love
Yeah.
it.
So I got the
Yeah,
hunting
same.
for mileage or the camo colorway
yeah.
when it first came out. And I
Okay.
haven't even run it. And now I'm like, dang, I just dropped $250 on a shoe that nobody cares about anymore because I missed the review window. But I think I might take it out tomorrow and see. But it's still sick. I'll wear it for casual.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one. Vomero Premium, because people have also been saying it's a lighter weight, more streamlined Vomero Premium.
It's not fat. Like, I don't think it's not fast. Like, I thought it might feel a little bit faster to me than the Vomero Premium, but it doesn't. And I don't know. I think it's just because of the rocker geometry or something on it. And actually, like, a couple times I felt like I was like, I don't know if it's like, kind of catching my toe, like when I would try to go uphill, like when you try to really get on your forefoot. Barrett, did you have any trouble with that?
No, I really liked it. I thought the forefoot felt like it, to me, it feels like a training alpha fly. I think Grant, you said that too, but like it feels like a softer, like alpha fly daily trainer. So to answer Joanna, you're going back to your first question. To me, it is like the most elevated possible daily trainer. That's how I would categorize it. It's less max cushion for me. It's a little faster than I was expecting. It's got this like rhythmic, like mechanical bounce to it. That's how I describe it.
Rhythmic. Yeah, I like that. Set it and forget it. That's what the non-Americans say, rhythmic. I heard Jackie Craig say that too. Call it rhythmic. Okay, so 1 vote for daily trainer. What do you think, Meredith and Grant?
Are Zone 3 champs still a thing?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too.
Yeah, we have it.
That's
but
where I'm
what
putting
Meredith
it.
was just saying, it's not a fast shoe.
But you know what's weird though? Like today I did 3 outside runs, and I wore the Hyper, and then I wore the Rad UFO, and then I wore the Red Hair 9 Ultra. And I like effort wise, I felt like it was the same, but in the Red Hair 9 Ultra, I was like going 20 or 30 seconds faster per mile. Now my heart rate also ended up being higher than in the other 2 shoes, but I do think it's kind of like that Zone 3 thing where it kind of makes you go a little faster, but I don't think it's like, I wouldn't want to use it for a workout. I feel like there's too much shoe there, and it doesn't really put you up onto your toes right away and make you want to like turn your legs over faster, but it feels pretty good and makes you go a little faster than you intended.
Like for me, I guess why I would put it Zone 3 is like if I compare it to the shoes that I love, the Vomero Plus, the Rad, I think both of those I'm super comfortable in at almost any pace. This one I do feel like it's the Red Hair, I don't know where it is, but I do feel like it's pushing me a little bit, maybe because it's more mechanical, like I said last episode. So I feel like it wants me to do something a little more than the other ones do, whereas in the Vomero Plus, I can just do 9-minute miles in the Vomero Plus and not even like think about it. So I think that's why I'm going Zone 3 champs.
I feel that. So we didn't put it on Max Cushion. Max Cushion went up today, and I almost told you to put it in the description, Grant, to say our caption that it's going to be on another list. And within 5 minutes, it already had 2 comments. Where's the red hair? So I told them it's coming on another list. Don't worry. So I'm leaning daily trainer right now because with the Zone 3 champ shoes, for example, Evo SL, I ran again in the EXO today, which was a banger. It's just the woven with a super good upper and just a cool look to it. And that shoe, it makes me want to. I was dropping 630s and 620s today, versus in the Red Hair, I can't run an 830 comfortably, but it maxes out around a 657. So that to me feels like a daily trainer. But the weird thing about daily trainer is that theoretically, your daily trainer should be able to do long runs, should be able to do workouts, should be able to do recovery. It's almost like the Red Hair is a Zone 2 champ. So maybe we need a new list, Zone 2 champs,
That's
which
true.
is actually
Why
just
not?
daily trainers. So no resolution. I guess we're split.
Yeah, I
Are we
mean, what
split
about
2-2?
like the Cloud Monster 3 Hyper would be a Zone 2 champ, don't you think? That's
Yeah,
how I would,
100%. That's a great, that's a great categorization.
because
What
I
are the
don't think
best
of it as
Zone 2
max
champs?
cushion. It's very protective, but I don't think of it as max cushion. But you're also not going to want to go really fast or just like.
Yeah.
Super
Blast is also a Zone 2 champ.
Yeah.
That thing is super good. And then the difference between the Hyper Boost and the Super Blast, Hyper Boost is amazing. Zone 3 as well. A little bit less stable, but you get it going. I put the Rad UFO in the same category, Zone 2 and Zone 3.
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah.
Okay.
For me, this is like a Zone 2 champion. I think it's a little too soft for me to really run Zone 2. I think I'd prefer like the Azura for that. But this feels like to me like a Nimbus or something that actually has energy return. Like it's like
Would
what
you
I
say
want
too
a
soft
Nimbus.
for Zone 2?
For Zone 3, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
For Zone 3, I'd want something firmer, like an Azura.
I agree.
Probably.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. So, I don't know. It's hard because sometimes I'll just take a shoe and do a workout, and you can run fast in anything. And then I look back, and with the Rad, I keep citing, I ran a tempo in it in the 530s and 520s. But I remember I was pushing really hard, so it's probably not the optimal shoe, but you can do it. I don't know. I think I should get another run in it. With that one, I got it up to 100, and I haven't run it since. Maybe is Rad UFO versus leaning? That's probably way too niche. That's too niche, but it could be.
That's why I didn't say
That's
it.
too niche.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe for the app.
The app people would like.
Yeah. Any other shoe hot takes before we dive into the foam tier list?
Super Blast 2 is good. I discovered that.
Break. Cut to break.
That's so funny.
I kind of like
No,
it. I can't lie.
Yeah, you can give your... Okay, what do you like about it?
I like how just the lightweight plus stability. So the one thing about the red hair is that the stability is not good in my opinion, and I actually had some hip pain after doing a 14-mile run in it. And then I ran in the Super Blast and it like went away immediately. So like, midlife runner, he's really nailed that idea of a Super Blast is like the stability super trainer. And so now I can see what he's talking about for sure. It's nothing mind blowing, but I don't think it's a brick personally.
Yeah, when you shift your perspective on what its intention is or what it should be used for, that does change it. Because some people say it's fast or they're going to use it for a marathon or whatever, and it's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, 4-hour marathon time on feet. I mean, the new Super Blast to me is what everyone in the past said who liked the Super Blast 2 said about it. And what that common thread was is it's not the best for anything, which that's changed with the 3 because the leap is just so crazy, so it makes it the best soft and bouncy max cushion shoe. But running more miles in it, it's that some of that novelty has worn off, but it's just so reliable and stable. And I don't even think about it. It's just, what am I going to run in? Super Blast. Like that is the number one thing that makes people love the Super Blast. It's what's the word? The Stockholm syndrome, where you get kidnapped and then you actually end up liking your kidnapper. That's the Super Blast experience. But with the 3, they actually are feeding you good food now with the FF Leap.
That's so funny.
Yeah. All right. Should we dive into the tiers?
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay, I can share my screen here.
Awesome. Grant's going to have his work cut out for him on the editing.
It's light work.
Maybe we should buy Barrett a new mic. Hey, all right. So you want to walk us through what you put together, Barrett?
Yeah, so we've got basically, it's not an exhaustive list of all the foams on the market, but basically just tons of race foams, tons of daily training foams, some classic race foams that are now training foams. And then we've got a tier list to break them down. So we've got F, which is brick, D, which is mid, C, which is okay, B, which is solid, A, really good, S, certified banger, and S plus transcendent.
Bang.
So yeah, we can just go through it all and categorize them as we see and kind of debate them rapid fire.
Awesome. Let's do it. Oh,
Okay,
Grant's
so-
jumping in. Okay, what do you What do you have first, Grant? I see you. You're eager.
I'm just
You're
like,
hungry.
I'm looking up. I'm seeing what's up here. I gotta.
Okay, I thought you were about to come with the hot take.
Not yet.
Barrett, did you
Not
have a
yet.
hot take? Did you have one you want to start off with?
Yeah, well, Super Boom, I think, personally.
Let's
Like, I
do
know I think that, for me, it's transcendent. Like, I think
Ooh.
Whoa.
it is, like, the best, one of the best technologies on the market.
Here's the thing for me, right off the bat.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into semantics here, but now we're talking foam versus technology. Because Super Boom is a technology. So are we evaluating the entire midsole, or are we evaluating the foam itself? Because the Super Boom and I see the one you have here for people who are listening to the pod, this is the Red Hair 9 Ultra Super Boom, not the Fadian 6 Elite. So how do we distinguish between the midsole foam versus the tech?
I'm more so talking about the tech, because it is technically like a foam, sort of like the capsule is still kind of a foam. So I'm talking about Super Boom capsule tech as a concept. You'll see I also have like Zoom X plus Air Zoom. So right now I'm talking more so about the foam, like Super Boom as a technology. It's one of the only like tech
transcendent
things here.
Man, I mean, I'm always more let's hold off for more miles, but that first run review, I was so happy in the shoe, and every single time I've run in the shoe, I've just been so happy with it. I think it would be a crime not to put it into transcendent after that. Do you have any objectors?
I don't have enough miles in
Meredith-
it to give a hardcore.
Yeah, Grant has one injured mile in it so far.
One injured mile.
Yeah.
Can you walk in it? Even I guess it's not the best walking shoe.
No.
Yeah. I mean, the Super Boom capsule is in the Fadian too, right? The 6 Elite. So yeah, Joanna, you've got the most experience with it.
Yeah, I mean,
two
in this
different
thing,
things. I mean, it's so
super
different.
good.
I think it's so different that that's kind of what makes it transcendent. It's different and really good. You know, it's not just.
Yep. And I don't really like soft race shoes, and I raced in it, and it was amazing. So I think we have to put it into transcendent. Should we?
Okay.
Let's go all the way to the other. Let's go for a solid one. So everyone knows the Hyperboost Pro just came out, or the Hyperboost Edge with the Hyperboost Pro midsole. And this is one thing I was thinking about on my run today. No, I don't know if anyone else has keyed into this, but Hyper Boost, Super Blast, they sound so similar. And I was thinking, Adidas copied Asics with the Hyper Boost, but then they were the first ones with Ultra Boost, and then Adidas or Asics came out with Super Blast. So it's almost like this copying circle now where we come full circle and we have the Hyper Boost Edge. But I want to go back to the original Boost foam. So in 2026, the standard Boost foam, which is a firmer, a beaded TPU, is not bad, but it's also not the best out there, and they're not trying to make it the best. They just came out with the Hyperboost Pro, which is going to be in one of these top tiers here. However, I did put 700 miles on an initial pair, original pair of Ultra Boost from 2020. So I think it has to go into solid. I do, because the durability, that is a big thing, and the energy return on the standard Boost foam is actually really good, and you cannot kill that Boost midsole. So I'm going solid. Nice 93 mile per hour fastball. Shout out Adidas Ultra Boost. Does anybody else have experience? High school?
I've
Did you
put
get any
one on,
miles?
Yeah.
I wore those casually in high school, the Ultra Boost.
It's really heavy, isn't it? Does it feel really heavy?
To my memory from the weigh-in,
maybe?
I don't think it was super heavy. Probably around 300 grams, maybe a little lighter. That's the thing about the new one that they came out with though. Last year or the year before, it was a lot lighter than the previous version. Yeah.
Is the foam in the Aeroglide similar? Like in
way
terms
softer.
Of its... Okay.
Way softer. So it's a little firm in the standard Boost.
Okay.
You got to put something into it to get it going. Where are we going to
All
put
right.
the Nike
Anyone-
Free Run?
Is that on
Nike
there?
Free. No. Just thinking about classics.
I remember this, yeah.
Why don't we do another that we've all run in? Like, why don't we do is it Supafoam?
Supafoam.
I thought it was just soup foam. Soup foam. Yeah.
What are you guys thinking for rad here?
Yeah.
My vote is certified banger, man.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's one that we all liked. It's comfortable, it's fast, it's fun. It's not crazy, but it's just very, very good.
I agree.
One step above really good would be very, very good, because we do have a really good tier as well.
Okay. Is there anything really bad?
Okay, so I'm seeing a mid one, a definite mid one, and this is what inspired me to initially say that Adidas needed to do a soft max cushion bouncy shoe. Dream Strike Plus. Dream Strike Plus in the Supernova Prima. Definition of mid. It's not a brick. It's not terrible. It's just these are the shoes that I struggle with so much. I put them on, and it is just it's like I'm chewing on an old peppermint when I have vanilla ice cream with cookie dough and peanut butter swirls right there. Why am I doing this? So, yeah, not bad, but just nothing about that Dream Strike Plus that is enticing for me to run it. Now, I do know some people just like that reliability, but for me, in my daily shoe, more and more these days, I want something just a touch more than reliability. And if it's just reliability, then that geometry has to be super dialed. So if we have something like a DNA Loft V3, do you have that on here? DNA Loft V3?
No, I forgot that one.
Okay, so that would be the corollary to a Dream Strike Plus. I would have put that in a solid where it's the super critical EVA, it's smooth, it's cushioned, you have the good geometry. And the other issue with the Dream Strike Plus, as we have it in the Supernova Prima, is they have that bottom layer of the firmer foam, which just mutes it, and we can't even tell the full character to it. So
what about like
definition
FF
of mid.
Turbo Plus? Is that similar in your mind in terms of like it kind of dampening the ride of
Turbo Plus or the Blast Plus? The Super Blast
Blast
one or
Plus.
the Blast Plus from the Nimbus?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's actually similar spirit to the Dream Strike Plus, but that one has always worked better for me. It's just it's the best implementation of one of those types of foam. So with this list, and this is a question for you, Barrett, spirit of this list, are we grading on a curve for the category or grading for the whole market? Because if we're going for just the category, like Blast Plus versus DNA Loft V3, I put it in really good. But if we're trying to look at everything, I put it in solid.
Yeah, that's a good point. I say it's kind of for the category. Like, I don't think we can compare like the craziest race foam fully to like Blast Plus, but I mean a little bit maybe like in the whole market. I think it's a kind of a mix of both, like just the general vibe of it.
I'm biased to the Nimbus, and the thing with the Nimbus too is it's not just the midsole foam. Is they always put a super comfortable upper. The geometry is great. So Blast Plus and the Nimbus, I'd say really good, but the fact that they put it in the Cumulus and everything else probably bumps it down to B solid.
Sounds good.
And then Super Blast Plus would be C or D. That's definitely the worst part of the Super Blast.
Yeah, dampens it for sure.
Yeah.
What about kind of a controversial one? Let's do Light Strike Pro, the standard one that's in the Adios Pro 4, the super soft. I haven't run in that, but what do you guys think?
Depends on which pair you have, because the very first pair I got, it was really, really soft, and I did not like it. Like, I felt like I could feel the rods in it. It was so soft. But the second pair I got is absolutely perfect. It feels a lot more firm. So I don't know.
I wasn't the biggest fan of this foam, but to be fair, the shoe also cut up my heel, so I have a little bit of a bias against it. But yeah, I would just pick a bunch of things over. Grant? I had the Y3 like baby blue teal type of colorway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Seems like a B to me.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it seems like a solid. I've had the same experience where my first my first pair of it, didn't I actually send those to you initially, Grant? The white with the black stripes. That first pair was super soft, and I couldn't drive a lot through it. And then my second pair, which was just the all white, I got a ton of good workouts in. So that probably would have been an A. But then I revisited it, and I think because I used it so much, it softened up and broke in over time, and then it wasn't as good. What would be interesting, I know we just got the Hyper Boost Pro, so we can't be asking for a bunch of different things, but what would be interesting is what does a Light Strike Pro look like without that foam, or in a more comfort oriented package, because it is such a fun soft feel, and I know the Hyper Boost Pro is kind of delivering that, but I would be interested to see what it is in something that's not plated like that, and also that didn't have that heel cut out in the back and all the crazy geometry things they're doing with it.
Agreed.
Should we do Hyper Boost Pro, since I've just been alluding to it a bunch?
Yeah, you got to.
Okay, so this is one where TBD, gonna need more miles. It could go into S plus Transcendent. It seems too early to do that for me, though. I would honestly put it on the line. It's certified banger for sure. It potentially S plus, but it's just so fun, so dialed, so comfortable. The protection is great. The geometry that they put on it makes it even better. But it's just a foam where I think you put that thing in anything, and it will be an amazing shoe. It's one of the best daily training foams out there.
Awesome.
Could be upgrade depending on where we fall with the other things. We might upgrade it to S plus, but it's definitely S.
I put it closer to the line here.
Okay, cool. Okay. Can we get a really good? What's a really good look like? We need an A
Good
here.
point.
Is that a race day fuel cell maybe? Let's see. What else?
Hyperburst Ice from the Skechers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's a perfect really good. And Skechers makes really good shoes. Yeah, that's a perfect really good. Skechers makes really good shoes, and they don't get enough credit for it. I actually have the new, remember the one we tried at TRE, Grant? I have that one sitting here that I should take out soon. I just haven't done, it's a lower stack speed shoe, and I haven't been doing a lot of speed, but I will take that out for a jaunt soon.
I don't do lower stack speed.
Yeah, no, you don't do anything below. You told us nothing below 37. But the Hyperboost Ice here is not below 37. I think in the Aeroburst, that's about 42. Feels like the OG Glizzy Max. Very comfortable, good compression, and then they do have a nice rocker on it. So that's a perfect, really good.
Another really good, I think, is Flight Time from Tier.
Oh
Yeah, Tier.
That's it's not the craziest thing in the world, but it is just really nice and bouncy. Maybe not the best durability, so it's not going to be like an S, but I think that could be like a pretty good, really good.
Yeah, EVA Pivo blend. I mean, those typically hit.
Yeah.
Well, some brands have struggled with that.
What about Incrediron?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, that's tough. I think that has to be certified banger.
That's what I would put it in. I really liked it.
This is a foam tier list, not a shoe tier list.
Right.
And that foam is just sick. And maybe it will even, and this is the thing with the foams versus the shoes, we can only evaluate the foams based on the shoes they're in. So maybe it even becomes an S plus once we get the streaming service shoe, the Paramount Max. But in the two that we've seen it in, that puts it in an S. Yeah, so bouncy, so fun. But man, I'm telling you, this thing right here, the Fadian 6, is the best implementation of soft race foam in a fast shoe. It's just so good.
Yeah.
Okay, should we go to the other side? Why don't we get a firm? Is there a firm race foam out there?
Repetitor?
Power Run HG.
Hover Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Brick. That's going to be F, man. That F was sitting open for too long.
You had it right there next to it.
Just a quick slide over there for
Repetitor, dude. Adidas has so many foams. Do they have the most foams out of any of these brands?
If you go through their website, they have so many foams that like you've never heard of.
All right. Yeah, why don't we throw that one in there too? Repetitor. No. I wasn't gonna say F. I think it's either a D, either a D or C. Because in my recent pair of Audi Star, the shoes were an F. The actual foam was okay. It was just a variation between it. But then in the Audi Star 3, it was really good. So really good for someone to try these mid shoes. What do you all think about my idea to hire a mid shoe tester?
People would love to do that. I know.
Yeah, I know. How many messages have you gotten?
So many.
Bunch. Yeah.
So many comments on today's video.
Yeah.
You know who volunteered actually? Matt Beyer from the app. Did you see that?
He'd actually be really good because he actually likes some of those
he actually likes mid shoes.
I was trying to. He actually likes those shoes that are like a little bit more
traditional.
Like traditional.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it stuck out to me, because he wrote a whole essay on the app about his love for the Pegasus, the ode to the standard daily trainer. He cited that in his cover letter to me. He said, I wrote yeah. So I was thinking, okay, maybe we'll trial him when the Pegasus 42 comes out. We'll get it on the house from Supwell. Shout out to Matt Beyer. We need his take on the Repetitor. Where do we swing it? Should we, C okay for Repetitor or D mid?
Oh, yeah. I think
what
mid.
Yeah.
Personally. I think mid, just considering all the other crazy stuff we got on here.
I got coming. Okay. We'll go negativity slant for that one.
Yeah.
All right. What the heck, ZoomX? What is that?
That's the ZoomX in
Is that like an 18?
The Pegasus Plus.
The Peg Plus. Dude, when's the last time I even ran in that shoe? You know what the last time was? It was a year ago when my neighbor invited me to do the Murph. And we went to the gym, and I did all the pull-ups and push-ups and everything. I wore that shoe because it was white and red, so it would match my red, white, and blue America outfit. Yeah, that's another C to D kind of shoe.
C.
What's C, you think? What is a C? We haven't had any other Cs. What's another C? Hoka compression molded EVA.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, in the Clifton.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that's even maybe closer to B. No, but all the things that we have in B, that's a solid C, where it's okay. Yeah, so those okay is you can run in it. You're not going to be pulling for it as your first choice, but it's also not terrible. And a lot of people run in it without complaining, but we pity those people because they don't know better.
What's the fake Power Run PB? What shoe is that in?
Oh, that's in the Triumph.
The Triumph.
The Triumph. Okay.
Oh, God.
Well, that maybe deserves worse than C. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be an F. I think that's an F. Yep. Fake Power Run PB, man. Yeah, the Hyper Boost Pro is just. I don't know how Saucony hasn't done that. It's the best version of that soft and bouncy beaded Piba. And I know I'm just teasing you all because none of you have gotten to run in the shoe yet. But it really does have that feel. It's what we've wanted that Saucony Power Run PB to evolve into, but they've just either kept it the same or it's stagnated. And I have run in the old Saucony Endorphin Speed 2, and it almost reminds me of that shoe. A little bit wider, better stability, different geometry, but man, really similar feel.
Comfort ZoomX
in the Vomero Plus. That's got to be high up.
That's a good one. Yeah,
that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it can be transcendent, just given that it's so simple.
Yeah,
so maybe it's a certified banger.
Yeah, it's also like a lot of people really like it. Like it's, I think.
Yeah.
You know, whether you like firm shoes or softer shoes, I think it's a crowd pleaser for sure.
Yeah. Great call. All right. Why don't we do the ZoomX plus the Air Zoom now? Where do you put that? I know Barrett and Meredith, you are the chief Vomero premium appreciators. So this is in your court.
Meredith, do you want to go first?
Well, I'm kind of like the one from the Red Hair 9 Ultra. It's like I feel like it has a similar thing because it's this like the combination of the two things is so unique and different. And but I don't know. I don't know that it's transcendent necessarily, but it certainly is the only shoe that weighs anywhere near that much that I've really enjoyed. So to me,
Yeah.
it's transcendent in that I was like, I would have never considered trying a 350-gram shoe just by virtue of the fact that it was that heavy. But I love it. So
Yeah, I think before I tried the red hair, I would have put Transcendent, but now
okay,
I think it's
put
more
one down.
certified banger. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's good.
what I would do.
Yeah. I think it's also another one where it goes to the tech versus the actual compound. And this one,
Yeah.
it's the package altogether that makes it good versus the foam itself is not transcendent. Okay, this is a good question. What is a pure foam itself that is transcendent? I have one, but I would love for you all if maybe another one. What's another foam? Just do we have one here?
Nitrofoam Elite. To me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's got to be.
100%.
That was not my one. But that's got to be. Yeah.
FF Leap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
FF
going
Leap.
right in
Was that
Transcendent?
yours, Joanna?
Yeah. No, that was not mine either. But FF Leap
What?
is another good one from the Super
I've got
Blast.
one more that I think should be in there potentially. Is I love the Power Run HG, but
Yes, that's also really good. I would say though,
it might not be transcendent.
yeah, I would say certified banger, and I would also say Saucony, please bring it back. It's just crazy how they 100% abandoned that foam, or I guess 99% abandoned that foam because it is still in the Endorphin Pro 5. But people have been asking for it, and especially with what Puma's done with the Fast R3, it's just so disappointing. So yeah, that's a certified banger.
My Transcendent one was Incrediron. Just based on the foam itself, I think that is like one of the most incredible, no pun intended, foams on the market for sure. But
Yeah,
FF Turbo
I
Squared.
don't know.
I could see that. I could see that
Yeah.
argument. It's just we have to see it in something else because the two shoes that it's in for the Incrediron, they don't put it into that transcendent tier for me. I think you have to have one transcendent shoe with that foam for it to be considered for the transcendent tier. Yeah, FF Turbo Squared was mine. We're just knocking out all the transcendents.
Okay, that was it. I was trying to figure out what yours was.
Yeah.
That's what I was guessing.
Yeah, another one where we got to see it in something else, man. And I know we're eager, and they've got to keep us on our toes. But yeah, please, let's see the FF Turbo Squared in another shoe.
How would you like to see it involved in a shoe?
Evo SL type, different geometry,
Exactly.
or used as a bottom layer stabilizer foam because currently, and I really want to just see a brand do that in some sort of shoe, put a race foam as the bottom stability layer, because right now brands always default to doing the EVA. What would it be like to have a firmer race foam on the bottom layer?
It's kind of like the Sky Paris in Tokyo situation.
Oh, yeah. So it turned out to be the Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
All
looking
right.
thin down here? I feel like our A tier, the S and the A's should probably be the fullest, and the A tier is very thin right now.
True. Yeah.
What about
Dare
Classic
I
Light Strike
say-
Pro? Because
There you go.
I think to me, that's at least an A. I really like that one. But I really
would
like
agree.
the Pro 3 and the Evo SL. So
Yeah, I would put it in A with all those Evo SL miles I have.
Yeah.
But it's also the geometry that made me love the shoe too. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily just the foam, but the foam is really good. So I would say A.
What about DNA Gold in the Hyperion Elite?
Me either.
Sorry, my computer's about to die, so I'm reconnecting everything here. Give me a second. I had to switch cameras. DNA Gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one. I think that's an example of a shoe. Shoe is probably A tier, and the foam is also probably A tier. That's a good one. That's a good A
That's
tier
what I was
shoe.
going to say.
Or A tier foam, yeah.
I'm interested to see what y'all think about React X.
Yeah, I haven't even really run in many shoes with React X, to be honest.
I'd put it C if I had to. Is that generous?
See, I think that's generous, man. I think we do D, and then follow. We could fast follow with Race Day Zoom X to wash the taste out. That's got to be high.
Yeah.
Is that an A?
Okay.
How high?
Yeah, how high? Because you have the Alpha Fly there. I think I'm getting thrown off because you have the Alpha Fly on here, but then we also have to think about the Vapor Fly and the Streak Fly. So Alpha Fly, Vapor Fly, Streak Fly. Alpha Fly was an S tier shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Now it would probably have to be in the A, just because we're mad that they haven't updated it in 3 years. Vaporfly is a C to D tier shoe. Streakfly is an S plus shoe. So that averages out to what, A?
Yeah,
it's either A or an S.
I think it almost has to be S because we have like Comfort Zoom X in there. Like, we can't say that Race Day Zoom X is worse than Comfort Zoom X, can we?
We could.
Yeah, we definitely could. We definitely could. It's they're two different implementations.
Okay, so A?
I don't know. So you say S.
What's your
plus...
argument against saying it's worse than the Comfort Zoom X?
Yeah.
I just think that's the thing. I haven't tried the Vomero Plus, so I can't really make a great argument.
Oh, wow.
But I know. But it's just one of the most iconic, like, full-on race foams on the market, even though it's old. So I think there's an
legacy.
Argument there.
This is like when Joe Flacco gets voted onto the Pro Bowl. Does legacy play into our list, or are we talking strict performance?
I think the Alpha Fly is so good also because of the air zoom unit or whatever they call it. So I think it's maybe less the foam in that particular shoe. I haven't run in the Vaporfly, so don't know that. So for me, that's why maybe the Alpha Fly argument wouldn't necessarily put it up in S tier.
That makes sense. It's not Race Day Zoom X plus an air unit.
Right.
Okay. So A then?
I think the very top of A is where I would have it.
Yeah.
Okay. We worked it out, man. How far the mighty have fallen. That's crazy. We wouldn't even be doing this list without Race Day Zoom X, and now it's in the 3rd out of 7. But that does feel appropriate to me. It does. Did any of you see the leak that was posted on Instagram that we somebody, I'm not going to name names, posted on the Supwell app 2.0, and it was a new shoe that looked like the Vaporfly. And I saw on another forum, people were saying it looked rougher and potentially it's aliphatic TPU. I think it looks a bit like the uncompressed TPEE from the Light Strike Pro Evo, but it had a different vibe. So Nike potentially is answering this 3 out of 7 tier situation with something else.
What about the Light Strike Pro Evo? You're probably the only one. Oh, is anyone else running that? The Pro Evo? So you're going to have to tell us what you think.
I've had some runs in it that were good. So my first run in that Light Strike Pro Evo in the second pair, the 2, was really good. And then my second run in it was not so good. I'll put it in a C. I think that's really the lowest you can go for a race foam. Part of me wants to say D, mid, but I mean, it's still a race foam. It's one of the lightest shoes out. It doesn't have the same propulsion and fun as the standard Light Strike Pro. And then also the shelf life, and I've heard this from a few runners, doesn't seem to be as good as other foams.
And for $500.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Apparently the new stuff is wild, though. I don't even know what it's called, but in the Evo X, what is that shoe?
I just looked it
Primex
up. It's like
Evo.
Primex Evo. It's like a bunch of mix. Yeah.
Yeah. Primex Evo.
Yeah, that thing is supposed to be crazy. So hopefully that can... Are they calling that Light Strike Pro still?
I think they called it something else. I'm not sure. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, well, hopefully that one will be Hyper Boost Pro levels. All right, should we knock off some of these low tier foams? Why don't we
Helion Cloud Tech?
These mid tier foams. Yeah, Helion Cloud Tech. Oh, I actually haven't run in the new Cloud Monster 3. Meredith, did you run the standard one yet?
I've been walking in it.
Ooh, okay. So I guess that tells us it's C tier.
To me, it's a great walking shoe because I like how firm it is, and it does have a really, really nice rocker. But I would not want to run in it.
Okay. Yeah, and I
give
think
it to the tester.
Yeah, Matt Beyer, stay tuned.
Does it
So
make
that's
C?
going in C. HF, I would probably say, goes in A. Really good. Apparently, the new On Racer is supposed to be crazy.
Word on the
Have
street.
you all heard this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
word on the street. Yeah, which they had at TRE, but refused to let us see,
Yeah.
even though they let other review sites see it. It's okay. I'm not salty or anything. It's okay. Just have
Next
different
year,
rules.
for
Just
sure.
have different rules for different reviewers. That's fine. Yeah, next year. Next year we'll set up the time beforehand. All right, DNA Flash V2. That's the Hyperion 3 midsole. Man, that's a
Yeah.
name I haven't heard in a long time. That's a solid. That's the definition of solid. If we're putting boost in there, and it could have even been really good, but it's just with what's in that really good tier. Am I going for a Light Strike Pro or a DNA Flash V2? You got to go Light Strike Pro.
What about training fuel cell?
Training
it's
fuel cell.
bad.
Is that,
It's really bad.
Rebel.
It's really bad.
That might be an F. People like it though. I don't know if we can give that an F. It's with how popular it is. What do you think? Is that an F or a D?
It's a F minus for me.
Really?
I hated it. Yeah, I got the V4 I think Rebel, and just put one run in it and never ran in it again. I feel like I was on the ground.
Yeah,
So
it's
Rebel
got a lot of
V4 I
ground
actually
feel.
ran in. Yeah, I ran the Rebel V4 a fair amount, and I didn't hate it until the new stuff came out.
If you didn't hate it and the community likes it, I guess I'm okay moving it to D.
I think community would largely say C to D. For the people even who like it would probably say B to C. So that's a solid D right there. And then on the other side of a foam that it feels like a New Balance foam that is doing what a lot of us liked about New Balance foams, M Foam Plus. So this is actually, it's from the Kip Ride shoe, the Kip Ride Max.
right.
They call it Soft Tech Plus, and then I did say on Running Warehouse they were calling it M Foam Plus. I actually don't even know what it's called, but really good, dude. It could be S tier. I'm going to say A for now, just because not enough people have tried it. But it's basically like if you combined the older Fresh Foam with a Vomero Plus type of thing. It's really good. It's bouncy. It's soft. I think the new shoe is going to be one of the best soft and bouncy shoes out. Maybe that's another one we put on the daily trainer list, the Kip Ride Max, because it is a max cushion shoe, but it's not a Vomero Premium type of thing. Just very solid all around, and the softness is amazing. So that's A tier.
What about old school Fresh Foam X?
Dude, so comfortable. I wear my More V6s every day, but then it comes to, is this running or is this casual and everything? And also 1080 V13, that was one of my favorite shoes of all time. So again, is this era adjusted or is this only for now? How do we do it?
It's a good question.
Okay, if we're talking 1080 V13, to me that's S tier. If we're talking more V6 for running, that's D or F tier. If we're talking more V6 for walking, that's S tier. So where does that average out? Also, does anybody else have experience with this foam?
Was it in the More V4?
Yeah, it's been in all the Morse.
I liked it.
I think they softened it up from the 4 even too, though.
I liked it in the
You liked
4, but I didn't
I
try
had
it
the-
after that.
I had the More V4 as well. It was okay. Not really my thing, but it wasn't like bad. And
Maybe
I had
this
the
is a
1080.
B. Maybe this is a B because
Yeah, I'd
some of
say
us had really good experiences with it. Some of us in recently the Ellipse I did not like, which is that technically the X?
Oh,
I guess it
yeah.
is. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that puts it in B. That definitely puts it in B.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
About nitro
Infineon's
foam?
what they're putting in the new, or in the 1080 now? The Infineon, is that
Yeah,
what
so
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'd probably put that in A, one step above. It's hard, man. I've only gotten one run in that shoe, and I want to get more. It's just crazy because 2 years ago, the 1080 was one of the hottest models out, and now, I mean, nobody asked me to review that shoe, and the interest has just completely fallen off a cliff. Well, this is a nice-looking distribution right now.
I know. Nice Belker.
Yeah.
You want to tell me about the Power Run Plus and the Ride 19?
Oh gosh, that's gotta be. That's D or F for sure. So part of my issue with the Ride 19, and again, this is foam versus shoe, also versus marketing. Part of my issue with the shoe was how it was marketed, and then also just the shoe itself versus the other options at the price point. And a lot of times when I'm reviewing a bad shoe, I will say, or a shoe that I don't like, this isn't a bad shoe. There's just so many better options. That's how I felt about that one. So, I mean, compared to the Hover Plus, I would much rather run in the Power Run Plus here. But compared to all the other daily training foams, not bad. I don't know if it's that much worse than a React X, though. It probably on par with the React X. I guess if you compare it to a Dream Strike Plus and the Prima is worse than that. Am I the only one with the Power Run Plus experience here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What you've all watched the review. Where does it fall based on the review?
C, D,
Yeah.
C.
Oh, you're even saying C. Okay, that was more generous.
Well, is it in anything else?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, but then older Triumph said Power Run Plus, right?
Yeah, true. Does it have a similar feel?
Not really, no. But again, it's the name. And I think, what was the last one we did? Oh, Fresh Foam. Yeah, with all the different Fresh Foams had different feels.
Yeah.
So if we're waiting, WEIGHT, if we're waiting for the different shoes, then it has to be C for the Triumph. But if we're just talking the recent one, it's D. Then maybe we wait for we do. I think what we've been doing is including everything in our analysis, but putting the most emphasis on the recent shoes. Mm-hmm. So that would put it in a D. Another solid training foam, nitro foam. What do we think? And another foam that has a ton of different implementations. Everyone's tried this one.
Yeah. This one's hard because I feel like it switches. I feel like it changes its softness and firmness level depending on the shoe it's in.
100%.
I'm thinking probably A, if not
That's what I was gonna say
S, but maybe A.
Yeah, I think it has to be A. From if this were 2025 and we were still riding with the OG Mag Max before all this other stuff came out,
True.
I would say S. But it's hard, man. You gotta compare stats for the current era, and these young bucks are balling out. So that's going to the A.
All right.
And
How
that
about an
A tier is
iconic
looking
one?
good.
Let's do an iconic
Power Run
Run
PB.
PB. I have a lot of experience in Power Run PB.
What do you think?
I think it is. It's between an A and a B. I think it's an A. Personally, it's better than like Fresh Foam or DNA Flash V2, but it's not like an amazing race foam. It's like an A training foam and a B race foam. That's my take.
Yeah, I think we give it to the OG here. Put it in the A. It's a classic.
Okay.
Oh, we did have DNA Loft V3. Look at that. It was hiding there.
Oh, I forgot I even put it in there.
Yeah. What did I? Now I forgot where I even said I would have put it. I said A or B.
I think
Yeah.
that's
Did I
solid.
say solid?
Yeah.
What's above? If that's where FF Blast Plus is, yeah, that's got to be solid. Okay, DNA. Oh, DNA Tuned. That's another one. This is all over the place.
So many different versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got to go solid for that one too.
Yeah. What about one that'll be, I don't know, FF Turbo Plus, because that's in the Metaspeed series up until, or is it still?
It's on the bottom or
Yeah.
the top of the sky, bottom of the edge.
Yeah. And then it's in the
Yeah.
Super Blast 2,
Really
which
good.
Barrett loves.
Yeah, which Bear's a new favorite. I'd say really good for that one is another foam that I think the shoes do a lot of work for the foam versus the other way around, and the shoes being light and the sculpting and the plate positions, and then the Super Blast, it's about how much of it you get. So I say really good.
Left.
Another really good one, race day fuel cell.
Just your solid PIBA.
Yeah, solid PIBA. I mean, the shoe's a banger. The shoe is a banger because of what you can do with it. This is a good example of the shoe being better than the foam. It's the comfort. It's the fact that you don't get a lot of plate bite, but you still get the snap. So it's a certified A. I feel like we need some more bangers in here. Oh, Xiaoyan TPEE.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, man, that's a borderline transcendent. That could be S+. It's super lightweight. Has anyone else running that, though?
I put it, well, Ray sold his size 40-40 U. Then he bought a 42. That one was too small. He sold it to me. It didn't fit me. So now I ordered the 43 and shipped the 42 off to somebody else on the app. But stepping into it, it felt amazing. I mean, I was like, I can't believe I have to ship this shoe off and now wait for it to come from China. But
yeah, I put it on when you were at the Airbnb treehouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Yeah, stepping was good. I mean,
Crazy.
Not much you can say about it, you know. It felt like a foam that I would like, though, based on how soft / not firm it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so comfortable for walking, too, which is just insane. I think we had to go S+, man. I wore that thing to France. So the worst part of the Dynafish, it's super weird, is the outsole on indoor surfaces. So if you were walking in, for example, the convention center when we were at the Expo Wilmington, it was squeak, 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 squeak. Or if you're walking in an airport, it's this really odd thing. So I guess if you're a nurse, don't get the Dynafish Xiaoyan. But if you're actually going to run in it and run in it outdoors, then it's a banger.
Well, it's crazy how light it is for. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't think,
for
is
how
there
much you
any
get.
other? Yeah.
No, it's the
So
best
that
in
makes
terms of that. Yeah,
too. Yeah.
for sure. All right.
Should we tag the
Other-
Mizuno combo?
Yep.
Yeah. Does anybody
Yeah.
else run in the Mizuno?
Nope.
Oh, which one? Oh, that one.
Yeah, this one. Neo
Yeah,
Zen 2.
that's. Yeah, I think that's got to be a B. Solid. Just very, very solid. Is it a type of shoe where if I didn't have all these other shoes, I would run in it and it would be fine, but it's just, yeah, definitely getting shipped off to the other shoe reviewer to get it up to 100 miles. It's not, so the Neo Zen 2 is not mid. It's definitely a step above, but it's somewhere in that, maybe it's an A tier shoe, but it's somewhere in that range where, okay, Cloud Monster Hyper, Leaning, Red Hair 9 Ultra, Super Blast 3. What else do I have that came in? Oh, the Hyper Boost Edge, the Evo SL EXO, all these shoes that I'm probably going to get to 100 miles. There's no chance I'm putting those miles on the Neo Zen 2.
Nobody's talking about it at all.
No. It's crazy how much the interest has dropped off. All right, Energy XP PIBA.
Yeah.
Oof, dude, that could be S. That might be the best. That and the Hoka PIBA could be the best PIBAs out right now. It could be. Do we go S for both? I don't know. We could certify.
From what you said, it sounds like S for both.
Yeah. And then I think, Hoka. Yeah, and then I think Optifoam is the last S to round it out. And we got our bell curve looking nice. And if you put the Xiaoyan and if you put the Optifoam and the Xiaoyan on the bottom of their respective tiers, we'll literally have. Oh, look at that!
Oh.
That's perfect.
This is gonna make a great Instagram post.
Did the other ones go in okay? What else do we have?
Supercritical EVA I think goes in solid. And the Blast that probably goes into that's Blast Max.
Yeah.
I was thinking I'd say that probably goes into solid as well. Yeah. That could be
or we could put it in C really just for the optics.
No, we can if we want to rejigger things, we can downgrade some if we want to make it look better.
Let's bring something up from D to C.
Yeah, we need something right here. This is driving me crazy.
Power Run PB Plus.
Yeah, Power Run. I think Power Run Plus would have to be the one that goes up. We say the Triumph is carrying the legacy, the old Triumph 20.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. That's pretty dang good,
satisfying.
man.
This also like confirms your assertion that there are not a lot of bad shoes. They're mostly B or above.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Do you know how many you had total, Barrett? How many foams were on here?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I'm not going to count. But yeah, it's looks like about 70% of them are B and above.
What do y'all disagree with? Because some of them we would have changed things on our personal list, obviously.
Yeah, well, Barrett said Incrediron would have been S plus Transcendent.
Yeah.
Now looking at this, Race Day Zoom X for me feels like it should be even lower, but just the historical legacy, and I know, but it's not. This is the thing; it's not 7 years ago, and it's hard to say that, but it's not, man. It's like the Warriors aren't the Warriors. Yeah, Steph Curry is still in the league; he's still balling out, but they're not the Dynasty Warriors. The Race Day Zoom X is not what it once was.
But we elevated Power on Plus because of the Triumph.
Yeah. So it does have to stay up there. It does.
I think it's got to
stay.
stay.
Okay, but this is the thing. The Triumph was a shoe that I personally ran in, and I only care about my experience versus the Alpha Fly. Or the Vaporfly. I wasn't around. I actually don't think anybody on this call was running in the OG or in the pod was running in the OG Vaporflies. Yeah. So we're waiting for our own hobby jogger experiences. But we are respecting it by putting it in the really good.
I love the Comfort Zoom X. I might even put it in Transcendent for me because I wear that shoe so much compared to any other shoe I have. Mileage talks for me on that shoe.
And looking in the Transcendent tier, the FF Turbo Squared is the only foam that is a single element midsole that made it up there. Because Super Boom, they have different elements, FF Leap and Nitro Foam. It's plated. Oh, Shaoyan TPEE as well. True. So I guess, Vomero Plus. But with the Turbo Squared, it's so bouncy. With the Shaoyan TPEE, it's so light. With the Comfort Zoom X, I feel like that's why it's not in the Transcendent tier. It doesn't have the thing where it's so... What is the adjective that you would say that would put it in the Transcendent? It's so what?
Perfect.
You can't say that.
Yeah, you're right. I get what you mean. Yeah, it doesn't have like a specific thing that's like, this is the best.
Yeah, I think that's the single element of... But maybe it's the this what I was describing with the Super Blast, where it's the Stockholm syndrome, where it's just it's so addictive. That's the word. That's what it is. You just keep on running it.
Back to it.
Yeah.
You said with the FF Turbo Squared, it's bouncy. It's so bouncy. That's what you would put in.
Yeah. Yeah. So bouncy. Meredith, anything you two would downgrade here?
I would put for me personally, the Optifoam formula. What was it called before? Before Adidas
Evo,
came after that?
Energy Foam Evo.
Yeah, that for me is probably A. It just doesn't, maybe it's just the geometry too of the Aeroglide didn't really work for me that great. So I haven't had maybe the fullest experience that I could with it, but how I've experienced it so far,
I agree
it's
with
probably
that. I
more
can't
than
really,
Yeah. It's tough.
I think that
to
just
call it
goes
an S
to the
for me.
kind of, not having it in a shoe that has the geometry that would never likely work for me. But I have a feeling that if it did, I would probably really like it. I mean, but for me, that's the same, like for the Mega Blast, I can't really tell what's going on there because the geometry doesn't work for me. So, I mean, I can tell it's a really good foam, but I can't, like for me, I would really like to see it in another shoe so I could really experience it better.
Yeah, word on the street, isn't the Nova Blast 6 supposed to have the Turbo Squared in the forefoot? I know it's having some sort of race foam situation in the forefoot.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but that's, again, it's the geometry versus the foam. For me, I do like the Optifoam, and I like the geometry works for me too, so I put it in the certified banger. It's the Aero Goat, man. We got to give it its props.
Yeah. People have loved it. I mean, considering it's a Solomon shoe, that's not like something people would usually have a ton of interest in, but it's been super popular on the app. So
yeah. All right. I think that's a wrap for this. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
We have our bell curve. We have our triangle. We'll have it on the thumbnail, I guess. Or should we not have it on the thumbnail? I guess we probably
It's very
should.
satisfying.
Yeah. It looks so good.
We'll put a blur over it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. You've got to watch.
All right. Awesome.
There we go. All right. How should we close this out? Any final words? Grant, Mr. Producer, how do you want to close this out?
This is on me now.
Yeah.
Get ready for the merch drop. I think all of us have tried some stuff from it. Me and Ioana both raced in the hat and the singlet, and absolute heat. This hat is different. I'm telling y'all. I said it in the video when he first handed it to me when he came to Wilmington. Good. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Talk about addictive. S+ tier. Yeah.
Seriously. S+ for real. Singlet's fire too.
Yeah. All right, team. Well, that was a fun one. Stay tuned for another team pod coming at some point soon. We should try to do these maybe once a month or so because it was really good. Oh, yeah, Barrett, I thought you said you wanted to tell us about your coach. Wasn't that the last thing?
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. So I hired Andrew, midlife runner, friend of the channel.
I was like midlife.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So he's going to be helping me take my training and everything to the next level. So yeah, should be fun. I'm enjoying it so far, but it's nice to have someone to look over my training and help me optimize for sure.
Do you have a goal in mind at all for anything?
Sub 3 eventually, like sub 130 half in the late spring, and maybe 40, like sub 40 10K. Those are my sort of main goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds attainable.
Yeah, I think awesome. Aerobically I'm there. I think it's just for the marathon, getting my legs, I think, more strengthened up, I would say. So lots of hill sprints.
You're doing
and stuff.
the mileage though. You've got a lot of you do high mileage already, so
I've been hovering at that 60-ish mark. Yep.
Unreal. Okay, so you're targeting that
cool
sub 90. Meredith is on the Chicago grind with me.
Yes.
Locked in. Yeah, I started mapping out my training and everything, so I'm trying to hit some key checkpoints before we go, before we get close. What are you doing for training?
Me?
Yeah. Mileage? Is it, what did Ben call you on the app? Yeah. He called you Mrs. 10 Miles or something?
Yeah, Mrs. 10 Miles. I was like, well, if you break it out into the 6 days that I run, and then you've got the 16-mile long run, it just works out to 10 miles the other days. It's just the way it is. Mileage right now. Then I need to decide, since I've never actually really attempted to train for anything specifically, how many weeks that I need to devote to a block, so not ramping up to, with speed and workouts and stuff too soon and then, killing myself by the end of it. But yeah, so I need to figure that out. But that's October. So I figure May, June, right when it gets really hot. Although it was super hot today. It was crazy. It was 80 degrees here today, so.
Yeah, it's been brutal. I've been marathon recovery plus the heat. All right, well, we're all on that training grind. We got some marathons, half marathons. We got some marathon recovery. Merch drop coming Friday, and stay tuned for the next few episodes of the Mileage Pod because we have banger guests lined up, and we will see you next time.
Exciting, yeah.
So another great episode of the Mileage Pod, man. Thank you so much to Meredith, Barrett, and Grant for coming on. At the end, we secretly did talk about our race plans. You never know when I might hop in a marathon or half marathon. So we were secretly talking, and I think I will share my next race, but I'm just begging Charlie to actually let me do a race so that I can share it. But I'm on house arrest right now, or I'm grounded, whatever you want to call it. She doesn't want me to do a lot of trips, and I do have a work trip planned for April, so it's going to be hard to convince her to do another travel marathon or half marathon this spring or summer, but I'm trying. I'm trying. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Make sure to pick up something from the drop when it launches this Friday. We got the hats. We got the new Hobby Jogger hats. We got the hoodies. We got all the fire stuff. We got the mileage and the kilometrage. Make sure to get on the Supwell app to save money on running shoes, man. Best buy, sell, and trade app out there. Best hobby jogger community out there. Best group of people getting after it daily. We appreciate you. And we will be back tomorrow on YouTube with another video. And we will be back later this week on the podcast feed with another episode. So we appreciate you. We will see you then. And until then, make sure to keep the mileage train rolling.